What's up, guys? Wait for a few people to get in. Hope y'all are well. Let's see if I can fix my situation here. There we go. There we go. All right. So, last week, first of all, officially welcome to Leo season. Last week was like a love thing, but I'm going to do a general reading for people. So, we'll wait a few minutes while I get myself situated here. Meantime, all right. Hello. Waiting for a few people to come in. It'll be a general reading for whoever's in here. And we're gonna do Hey there. Hi, how are you? So we're going to do kind of a general reading. I think today we're officially in Leo season today, so I am resonating more towards kind of that outside influence, any blockages in your way and kind of what you can do to balance stuff. So I'll wait for some folks to come in and folks to start asking some questions, and then we'll get started. I've seen Casey in here. How are you, Casey? I don't know what cards I want tonight. I'm still trying to decide here. I'll just wait for people to start coming in and asking questions. Hi, Queen Bean. How are you? Oh, let's turn that off. Oh, hey, Casey. Oh, of course. I'm gonna have to turn that one down, though. That's gonna drive me nuts. Good to know, Casey. Good to know. Yeah, you can ask for a secret admirer. You have to be kind of interesting with the questions, because what are you wanting to know? Let's get kind of specific, other than do they have, green eyes or something, because I am making a deck for specifics, but they don't make it yet, so it's kind of hard to do that. Anything specific you want to know about your secret admirer? I'm feeling this deck for you. I'll wait till your question comes out. Leo season, and I'm really feeling the Leo season. It's kind of like that weight's lifted a little bit. Leo season's always fun. It's always about kind of feeling that bubbly, fun energy. Let's see. Oh, if you have one. All right. I'm gonna admit something here. The fact that I can't see all the time is frustrating. I thought I could figure it out this last time, but I didn't. Do you have one? Do you have a friend that has a crush on you, or somebody has like a secret, I got the first message I got was someone that's kind of right under your nose, or someone that has been there, like for a long time. It could also be an indication of when you do meet somebody, it's kind of like, you have this connection right away. But I do, straightforward with you, I do get the impression that once you see things from a slightly different perspective, then you will start to see the connections and the puzzle pieces kind of come together. So the answer is yes. The next question is who is it? And it seems like it's somebody, and if that doesn't resonate, then whoever this is coming at you, you're going to have a very, very close connection, whether it's going to be kind of an instantaneous little zing there between the two of you. And this person will definitely not only have compassion, or maybe it's just kind of vice versa, really reciprocate. But there's also putting each other in that context of priority level. You know what I mean? So you guys, it's kind of one of those relationships that kind of step up. So obviously they're taking you seriously, you're taking them seriously. There's this respect for one another. There's this mutual reciprocation going on. So whoever this is coming at you, I do feel like it's either someone you have kind of an instant connection with, or it's someone that you already know that you just haven't quite seen them in that light. Yeah. I hope that resonates. I do want to pull more, just kind of overall message. That's very interesting. Love is all around you. Again, I feel like this is someone that's either you know, or someone that's not far away. Either they're physically, location wise, not that far away, or it's they are time wise, you're very close to meeting them. So that is a lot of ifs. That's one of those situations we would want to pull some extra cards and see kind of, you know, where things are at and who this might be and how all that kind of, you know, ties in. But whatever the case is, you definitely are coming out of some kind of a break in the relationship department and coming into something a little bit more action oriented. So picking up the pace, things are happening, some actions are being taken. So perhaps that's kind of what you're feeling, is things kind of starting to pick up. You don't know any single people. Interesting. How about friends? And if that's the case, then it's somebody you're getting ready to meet. So I guess my next question for you, Queen Bean, on the last, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say too. That last note there on action to take then with regards to that. I was going to say kind of just get out there, you know, and get to know people, see people. And that's pretty much what came out. Spontaneity and your hard work is paying off. So that's pretty much what it's saying. Get out there and meet people, you know, move past those restraints. That Capricorn energy is just kind of doing the damn thing kind of energy, just getting out there and getting outside your comfort zone maybe a little bit. And you might meet somebody that maybe you knew from your past, or again, I guess I keep seeing if it's not somebody that's resonating as somebody you already know, then I would assume it's somebody you're going to have an instant connection with. So I'm always curious on how those things work out. I'm one of my favorite correspondences ever are people coming back and giving me those emails like, this is how it happened. So I'm always excited. So let me know. Your friends are married. Well, I think you might be next, my dear. All right, let's see. So next was KC. Is your body pain going to get easier? All right, let's see. Where did it disappear to? Oh, you're hiding under that one. All right. I want this deck for that. Body pain. Step out of your comfort zone. Casey, that means that you need to look into different types of modalities, perhaps maybe more holistic modalities, seeing things for more of how the outside influences manifest into the physical body, because I believe that might be a big piece of why you feel things certainly in certain ways the way you do. And I think once you come to a certain understanding and awareness of that, that will go away, or it will certainly make a powerful change. So you're very close, which means we need to chat about that a little bit more because I can help you with that. And you will be in a position that I don't think you really thought possible. I think you really can feel, I think the world and the conditions that we are put under, you know, and the way we're raised in society and all that kind of jazz, I think it puts us in a certain perspective that things just are the way they are, when in our reality, that's just not at all. That's just a perspective. That's just a mind frame. So the more you can step out of that comfort zone of what you think you know, the more you can expect that powerful change. So let's chat about that a little bit more. Let's get you into a little bit more of that Reiki holistic type, you know, chakra clearing, just getting a little bit more aware of what those physical manifestations are and what they could be coming from. Get some chakras cleared, just get a little bit more into holistic side of things. But it first starts with having your mindset in the place of desiring to know more about that. So we have to kind of start there. All right, let's see. You're very welcome, Queen Bean. You're very welcome. So, will your sister Libra trust you again? How do you earn it back? All right. Casey, let me know if you have any final questions on that or any, you know, clarifications there. And then all the information, by the way, everybody, is down in the in the original notification that I made in the community, column there where all of my notifications are done, I did put where the, oh Lord help me, where the special is and the links to book, okay, if you need any of that information. And it is 30 minutes for 25 this particular week with the lives. Okay, cleansing body and spirit. All right, Victoria. You're welcome, Casey. Okay, cleansing body and spirit. So there's obviously some kind of a, back this up just, there's obviously some type of shift going on. There's a change. There's a disconnection for some cleansing, some lessons to be learned. So there's obviously a very special connection in the way that you guys are learning something, or you are learning something from her, she's learning something from you, vice versa. However that connection plays out, there's always a reason for the situations that happen, right, wrong, and otherwise. Because of the way somebody made you, because of the way your sister made you feel, or just in addition to what you're saying? Because holistic healing is really all about resonating to how you're meant to channel that information and channel that healing, and how you're meant to deliver that back to the people that resonate to you. And that's very, very unique to each individual. So for someone to come and tell another person, this is how it's done, that's, I don't believe in that. I don't think that that's the way. And so that's where you have to just kind of redetermine your truth in the situation, and how, and maybe reevaluate how you feel about that. I get rebirth and reinvention, which is pretty much spot on to what I'm saying. Okay, I see. Yeah, I say you should rethink that perspective, because, oh, I see. And obviously for a reason. And even though a lot of times that will happen if you have a certain question, but another message is meant to come to you. Obviously the important piece that your, guides are trying to tell you is that your spiritual work is meant for something, and you need to maybe revisit that situation, because well, that has to do with the sister or the aunt, sorry. But it was the aunt or sisters, for crying out loud. My bad. Hang on, I gotta back and look. It was your sister. Okay. That was your sister. This one, on the other hand, has to do more with your thoughts. So I see some type of shift in perspective and you going back into that. I think that's just temporary, which is actually not surprising. That does happen to people a lot of times, because it's very overwhelming, and it takes a certain sense of, okay, that's a lot of information. Let me let that soak in, see how that, applies to me, and then kind of come back to it like that. So I'm not surprised, but I do see some type of a renewal here when it comes to your perspective with studying and the holistic healing. And I would say don't step away from that. Maybe you just needed a little bit of a step back and come back in from a different perspective. Okay. Now, when it comes to the sister, this is definitely something that was kind of meant to take place. So I would just kind of let this ride out the way whatever way it's meant to here. To meditate and contemplate. So I'm going to be honest, the initial feeling that I get is it's kind of one of those phases where people go through and kind of everything feels like it's just meh, and you're kind of learning lessons from over here, and you're learning lessons over here, where other times can just be flowing. Everything's coming together. It's just smooth sailing, right? And other times could feel like there's a bit of resistance in the air. And I feel like you're kind of in one of those moments, but I also feel like you're at the tail end of that. And what I do know is that more often than not, when you get to that point, it's because another door is about to open and you're going to shift into something new. So at least, and as you can see, a lot of this is about rebirth and renewal. So you've got cleansing and renewing, and rebirth and reinvention. So you are coming into a new shift when it comes into the sister. I just think that it's something you may both be learning a valuable lesson out of. And the more you can be at peace with that and just kind of let that go, the more you'll start to see things kind of manifest in that direction that you're ultimately wanting. But it does take being at peace with that moment, with that situation, with those circumstances, and then letting that go, and then just kind of being open to what's coming next. You know what I mean? But it does take that certain level of acceptance, as does life, right? I mean, for gosh sakes. Okay, I hope that that helps. And again, guys, if you need further information or clarification, my information is on how to book a reading is down in the information is down in the comments of my original posting, my reminder in my community comments, because I can't figure out how to put it in here. So my bad. All right, I got to go back a second, guys, so make sure I don't miss anybody. Joanna, do you see me joining with my twin this year? Oh, I want to talk to you later. So I'm getting ready to publish a deck just for twin flames, and I am all about it. And I think that I love the questions about the twin flames. I just also love having specific answers, and decks just don't have much of that. So I love to see back here when I have that as well. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Have you met your twin flame? Joanna? You either have and are getting ready to reunite, or you haven't and you're getting ready to meet. But I'm curious what you say. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's see. So you have met. I take it that's overseas from you. So I do see that whether you've planted the seeds or he planted the seeds, or you've both planted the seeds, or however, wherever you're at in the stage, and I have to pull a little bit more cards to find out where you're at in the stage and ask a few more questions. But I see where this is getting ready to take the next step. Okay, so you got the glimpse of one another. So then stage, I think it's 3, is where you are getting ready to come into contact with one another. Of course, that's not the right page. Silly. Yeah, it's like stage 3. So because there's a fiery climax approaching, and because there's been some planning going on between either one or the both of you, I would say that there is probably some type of, either there's going to be more consistent communication, or there's going to be some type of an interaction that takes place physically. See if I can determine here. Yeah, as much as I want to say it's like, physical, I think it's actually more of a spiritual growth and that connection between the two of you, even though what you really need is more of that balance in the physical aspect. That's not to say it's not coming, but I do feel like right now you're working through those fears and in more of those phases. And in that aspect, generally speaking, twins don't have much connection. On the other hand, it is possible, because there usually is a little bit of a honeymoon phase before the separation, because there's this climax coming. There, it is possible that maybe there's something heading your way that, whether it's brief or not, I don't know, but or even we'd have to, like I said, it have to be cool. We'd have to pull cards. It could be like physical. It could be like a communicative type of thing. It could be energetic, or you never really know. But nonetheless, I do see some type of connection coming where it kind of takes things to the next step. But we'd have to get a little bit deeper to see exactly how that takes place in the physical, manifestation of things. But you do get some type of clarity out of it, so that's good. That's good news. That's a win-win. I think you're a few steps before you're going to get to that, unity. But I do think you are in those steps and in those phases. So let me know how that resonates. Heart healing as well. Yeah, and that's generally what comes in those next few phases. But I do think it's possible that you guys, although it might be short, if there is a chance for him to come back around, then there could be a little bit of a mini honeymoon phase for sure. But I wouldn't say, considering the cards, that this is like, oh no, this is worth your, waste of your time. Don't pursue, blah, blah, blah. I don't see any of that. I see definitely there's something here. There is some kind of connection here. It's just, you're kind of in the preliminary phases, if you will. All right. You stinking messages. You're very welcome. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm glad that resonated. Okay, I gotta go back a little bit. Hey, Elsie, how are you? Hey, Casey. All right. Hey, Andrea. All right, Casey. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I got you. We not get mixed up yet. All right, we got Elsie and Andrea here. Wait, what's your question, Andrea? And then, hey, what's up, Elsie? Did you have a question? I think I may have missed. Oh, separated, no contact, no communication. All right, so I get communication from Andrea. Let me get to Elsie here since he did come in earlier. How does your person, let's stick with that one first. Or how does your person truly feel? Let's see. A lot of cards, my man. My girl, I don't even know. The gender thing is weird on this thing because I never know who is who and what is what. I wish there was like pictures. That would be so helpful. I try to be neutral. Because you never know. Okay, how do they feel? Confidence is key to your success. Hard work is paying off. Okay. So a Scorpio, is it? Okay. So it looks like there may have been a little bit of some concern as to, my initial thought was like maybe finances or just kind of being able to kind of hold your end up, whatever that means. Yeah. Give me a second. Because at first it kind of comes off a little condescending, but I don't think it's meant to be that way. I think it's just kind of the cards that came out. I'm curious what their zodiac is now. You have to tell me what their zodiac is. LC, what's the zodiac? Thank you, Andrea. I'll get to you next. Actually, okay. So I think more than anything, this person's been watching you be like either like really busy maybe, or just kind of really, really focused in your own kind of world. Oh, he's a Capricorn. So I knew one of you was. So I actually think, man, that's different. Okay, hold on. What I was getting ready to say was I think this person has been waiting for you to be less busy. But then since they're Capricorn, it could be vice versa. But since I originally asked how they feel about you, I'm a Capricorn myself, so it's even more tricky because we can be a little, oh, what a cute little mixture. That's actually a very cute little mixture, very compatible. Okay. Enough said. So that's really funny, actually. I think they feel like you work too hard or work too much, and maybe they feel like you've been working on, you know, some like a big project maybe or something like that. And that the way you've handled the situation has not only given them it's been very attractive, but I also feel like, I don't know, somehow it's renewed the connection between the two of you as well. Like they needed to know you could, you know, not only handle kind of your own, but maybe be able to get through it, you know, with kind of with that independence as well, especially them being a Capricorn and you're the Gemini, right? Yeah, I think you said you're the Gemini. Yeah. It's kind of shitty. But as a Capricorn myself, it would actually be hard to resonate with somebody who couldn't match that energy in a certain way, because I'm so ambitious and because I'm such a go-getter. If I had a lazy person beside me, it would be very hard. I'm not going to be zodiac specific because that's not fair. But that would be very hard for me as a Capricorn. And so I feel like there was maybe a teensy bit of an expectation there just to kind of see maybe how it would, hold up. But I think there's more going on than you see. I think this person actually is very much interested in the long haul and maybe even like a business or something like that. And they want to just kind of see how you're able to handle certain situations. So I don't know how in the world all that resonates with you, but that is the message that came out. So I'm always curious, how things like that, fit with people. But I think he's happy, or they're happy. I'll say they're happy with where you're at and that you're getting done with whatever it is that you've been working on, so that you can have some fun, basically, is kind of what I'm seeing. Where I'm going to pull from this deck rather. Give love, or strength and resilience. So yeah, I think that maybe you've been really busy. Someone's been pretty busy. Then there's that. I think that might be on their mind a bit. Some like frustration, some tension. So just whatever. I pull the cards. I let you know what they say. So that's there. And then you've got just giving some love. Man, you've been like really busy. So I think your partner's wanting some lovins. And then again, the strength and resilience. Something about the confidence that you have maybe produced with whatever you've been doing, or just in recent times, or, I don't know, or the more you do that, the better. But that's been very attractive to this person, and has, for right, wrong, or otherwise, has definitely made an impression on them that's very positive. So there you go. That was a very interesting message. It's kind of hard to pull out, actually. I had to study that one for a minute. I hope that resonated with you. All right, let's see. All right, Elsie, don't leave me hanging. Let me know that resonated. Okay, so we got Carol. Hey, Carol. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. All right, we got Andrea. He's a Cancer. Oh, is he? Okay. Okay, Andrea, so we're doing, let me know your question. I think I might have missed it. So you just want to know how they're feeling about you. And then we've got Ashna. Andrea, I won't leave you hanging again. I'll wait for you to answer. So we've got Ashna after that. And then Carol. You're welcome, Elsie. And Carol. Okay, so Carol, I will grab you as soon as I get Ashna and Andrea. Okay. Andrea, where did you go? I assume kind of how they're feeling about you. So while you're getting back to me, oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, good question. Good question. I don't mean to giggle. Emotions are running high. Working through your fears. Okay, give me a minute on this one. So couple messages. I do see above all that there is a sense of working through things, whether it's just balance, peace. It's so bright and weird. I wish it wasn't like that. But otherwise, just tolerance for individuality, and wanting to take things to a level that is just balanced and at peace. And so especially the color of the card, it's very heart centered, it's very healing when it comes to, that foundational aspect, actually, which is what came out um in the last cards there, was consider your foundation. So I think this person is taking things seriously. I did get a very specific message, because you're not to take it and misconstrue it with the two words I got were neediness and immaturity. A lot of people, a lot of connections, one will learn more from the other, and then different phases it'll switch and vice versa. I do feel like this will, exactly, it's not going to be 100% equal all the time, but eventually it will equal out. It shouldn't be one person all the time. But I do feel like, and maybe even in the beginning, there's going to be you're going to be maybe more the teacher, I think, than than the student. But then there will come times when there will be a renewed sense of appreciation, because that person will then become the teacher when you need to be the student. And so I do feel like, have you guys been in separation? No, not you. I mean them. Oh, I see. I reread it. Okay. Okay, separate. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think these are more both him more than you. Um, but I think it will switch, if that makes sense, where during those times where you might need some, I think it'd be more moral support, it will come back around. But you're kind of, and right now you're a little bit far from that. Right now you're in kind of this separation stage at the moment, and just kind of recollecting your energy, really. Oh, these damn messages. Hold on. I have to go back and click every time I want to see what you wrote. So, are you in the same like area? Oh, I'm sure. I can't even, I would imagine you probably are tired of that. Yeah, that can be pretty difficult. And I think that immaturity is really what's kind of been the main thing that's kept you guys in this separation position. I don't think it's been your neediness. If anything, it's just, like I said earlier, it might be a flip flop to where someday down the line you might need his moral support, where right now he's just trying to work on that immaturity. But I think if you were to, oh, hold on. I mean, I do see what I'm seeing is that he will, there will be a sense of effort, I guess, if that's what if you're looking for with the tolerance and the peacefulness. There's an effort being made here to, they weren't in reverse, and they're both from the heart here. They're heart chakra kind of colors, and they're seeing things from a different perspective of something more meaningful than more from the ego. So if that's the direct question, then I say yeah, I do think there's a lot more intention behind that than what there may have been before, if that makes sense. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go to, oh shit, now I'm getting, there's lots of people in here. Let's see. Carol. If I missed anybody, forgive me. I will come back to you. Just remind me. Okay. You haven't spoken for a while. Capricorn, Taurus. As you think about you. Andrea, you're funny. You're funny. I know. Well, God, if I had those relationships, I know, right? And you had this at the bottom of the deck. I forgot to say that. Oh yes, Ashton. Damn it, I totally forgot about you. I'll get you next. I forgot somebody. Abundance, by the way, came out for you. Andrea, right? I'm so bad with names. Yeah, Andrea. And so that also reaffirmed what I saw as far as him making an effort to Yes, coming out of the shadow period. And I think if you were to actually see if you were to look around and see certain specific things that he's been doing, or they've been doing, I want to say he, has made it maybe a subtle difference in the way it comes off. So I meant to say that earlier too, which has maybe different than before, and it is subtle, so it's kind of hard to just be like, oh yeah, that's such a profound difference. But Spirit is telling you to pay attention to it, because it's, although it might be subtle, it is giving you a message and an indication that he is taking things seriously. So I forgot to mention that earlier. Okay, back to Eshna's next, but I totally skipped ahead there and went to Carol. So Carol, and then I'll get to you. And okay, Ashley, it looks like you're single. Okay, let me get back to Carol, and then I will get to you. So oh, 5 miles. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we should do a reading, because that's kind of, those details make a difference. No, I wouldn't say it's the final cycle either. Okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, Carol, I haven't seen him since June. What was the original question though? He's an Aquarius. What did you say? Shit. Yeah, he's an Aquarius. Oh no, you're an Aquarius. He's a Capricorn. Babe, I don't see your original question. Will you send me your original question? Because I don't see it, and I don't want to. Oh, if he thinks about you. Jesus, sorry. All right, I got you. You're an Aqua, he's a Capricorn. Okay. That almost hurt. Okay. Don't let your past hold you back, and the time for healing comes first. Interesting. Past came out with past, and healing came out with healing. That is very interesting. Look at the colors. I love that shit. So funny. I need a minute. Hold on. I gotta look at this for a second. What in the world? Oh, cards never cease to amaze me with this stuff. Okay. So right off the bat, the first message I get is you both are going through a time. One's going through more of a healing. One's going through like well, I guess it's both healing. One's more trauma, past life healing, and one's more coming into the present and more self-love type of healing, if that makes any sense. I do have communication is key. So if this is a twin flame situation, then I would say you're kind of farther along in the stages to where you guys, any kind of communication that you do have is going to be important, and that could be dream state. That's not necessarily social media or text message or phone calls. It's in a whole nother level, than just kind of what you would generally think. And so keep that in mind. And don't what's the word I'm trying to find? More or less, I guess, don't get in your own way by creating a barrier or any kind of self-doubt. That was kind of, I guess, where I was getting at. Don't create any self-doubt of what could be. And take messages that you get, whether it's just higher self or day state dreaming or dreams or whatever messages you're getting, that take them seriously, because they do have some meanings in those. But it does look like you guys are in a separation period for sure, where you're both kind of healing and learning from certain things. Oh, look at that shit. Dreams on the end of that bottom of the deck. An 1111 message right there. I love that. So take that into consideration, for sure, because all of those messages have, oh my God, almost fell over. Okay. All those messages are important. And yeah, definitely don't manifest negativity. That's for sure. Decided to move for good in Europe. That is really interesting. So there's definitely some communication going on in that, long distance types of positioning then. So your question was, does he think about you? Definitely. Not only that, but he's dreaming about you. So there's definitely a very solid connection. And I would imagine if we were to do a reading, it would more than likely show that if given the opportunity, you would probably have the chance to reconnect in some way. So I definitely see that there's some more questions to do with that and some clarity needed with that. So, if you are interested, let me know. And, especially utilize the special, I might as well. What did I say? It was 30 minutes for 25. So, or even just, if you want to do a giveaway, comment giveaway down there or share or like or one of those, then I do giveaways for each one, and everybody pretty much wins if they do it. So that'll be a good opportunity to get a little bit more clarification there as well. Okay, so Eshna, and I swear, I promise I'm trying to pronounce that properly. Will you be in a relationship with the person on your mind? Too many. Let's do this. Oh yeah, nothing yet is set in stone and luck is on your side. All right, so yeah, I'm liking both of those. So first of all, your options are unlimited right now. Okay, I got you, Nikki. I think you are next. Actually, you're welcome, Carol. Forgive me, you guys. I am so bad with names. Energies, I got you all day. Names, sometimes they don't match the energies, and that's no offense to anybody, but it's just so strange how that happens. And if I did forget anybody, go ahead and mention now, just so I can go ahead and see. So I've got Carol, I got you. And Nikki's next. Andrea, wait, what did you say? Oh. And that is a really interesting situation. And I'm not sure how solid what he's saying to you that is, just considering the cards I just saw. But I sure would love to clarify that. Yes, I would. Or prove him wrong. That's always fun too. Oh, thank you. You were so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Okay. So maybe I shouldn't say, am I saying that right? It better be. Okay, I hope so. I feel like there hasn't been like a whole lot of manifesting in this department. So it does seem like kind of a far-fetched idea from now, but that does not mean anything at all. It means that okay, first you're entered to the divine. So same thing with this one. Oh, you didn't get that one. Anything is possible. That card, I really like that card because it's so true. And be bold and make the first move. I always get that card. And I'm like, I'm a Capricorn, but I don't want to make the first move sometimes. But it's funny when I do, and it calls for it because it usually works in my benefit. Have you reached out to this person? Are you waiting for them to reach out to you? And this also could mean more on a spiritual level where you plant the seed of letting the universe know what you want and then just kind of committing to that and then letting it develop and manifest. So it could be something along those lines as well. Yeah, it could be definitely along those lines. Follow your dreams. So it's just kind of placing that order and committing to it. A lot of times, like say you're in the Tinder dating scene and you've got this idea of what you want, yet you keep settling for talking to these people who don't meet that criteria, but you keep expecting something better to come along. you are in a position where, oh my God, where was I going to that? Hold on. Tender date. Hold on. Oh God. Oh, energy, really. Oh yeah. So you don't really, you, you don't have, oh, what a weird way to put that. Thanks. You don't really have to be in the position of going and chasing anything. Okay, this particular situation is just going to come up no matter what. And as soon as you stop settling for less than what you want, Tender Day was a terrible example. Scratch that. I don't know who put that in there. Anyway, then that's when you get more of what you're looking for. Also, this whole don't let pride get in your way and look at the bigger picture. Sometimes we do have a little bit of a high expectation in certain departments. We have to kind of back down a little bit on that, but keep the most important things in perspective. And I would say that kind of applies here. While I'm pondering, let me see what else she said. You should reach out. You should probably reach out. The fact that it actually said that specifically makes me feel a little bit better. At the end of the day, it's meant to be, it will be. And that's something that is really important to remember, because it's solving an idea out of it, out of trying to control it. You know what I mean? It just lets things just be. And when you're in the flow and you're surrendering to the divine, then that's definitely the way to go. That's where you get the answers you're looking for. All right. I hope that resonated. You should reach out and let me know. It's kind of it said bold. I said that's a bold move. I guess it did say it's going to be a bold move, but I am curious what happens when you do, because I'm just the messenger. Okay. But let me know how it goes. Okay, so Nikki, you're next. You're very welcome. And then, hey, how you doing? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce all that stuff. I got Nikki, and then I got, yeah, I don't even know what to call you. Bangers, that's what we'll call you. Nice. All right, Nikki, I got you. All right, so question is what? What's your question? Dreams are huge with my, okay. Yeah, dreams are pretty big there. I get them in very profound times. It's actually quite interesting. In the different ages, it's interesting too how that works. Okay, give me a question now, gorgeous. And I need 2 seconds to grab some water while I wait for your question, Nikki. I'll be right back. Oh goodness, guys, sorry, I'll die there. All right, it's okay. So let's just do general energy then. How about that? That works for me. So have you met this person or no? I guess let's just start there. Okay, you have met this person. Okay, that was the main thing I needed to know. Let's just start with how they're feeling about you. Maybe where it's headed or suggested action to take. So I think things are speeding up here as there is some type of a personal situation that is kind of coming to some type of resolve on their end. And I did kind of how they're feeling about you. Well, you're definitely on their mind. There's definitely a lot of that dream state, correspondence going on. They've been going through something, and they're getting ready to be complete with whatever that is what I'm sensing there. And the idea of you, let's put it that way, is picking up the pace. It's in their day state thoughts more than not, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense. Okay. And they've been working through their fears. A lot of emotions here. So the message I'm getting is the universe, because of maybe some of the things you've gone through in the past, tries to, and a lot of the times for empaths, they will put kind of a barrier up when it comes to trauma that doesn't belong to you, or that you don't need. You don't have, there's not a lesson there. It's not in your path to deal with that. And so sometimes that's generally when we kind of have to separate, and then also in the twin flame journey, if that's the type of situation that you're in, and I have to kind of look a little bit deeper to see what type of soulmate you've got going on here. But that also requires a certain type of separation after you meet. So, a lot of questions, but definitely things that can be clarified, and answers that can be made here. So just kind of an idea of kind of suggested understanding, what to do here. Into passion, or what he wants to do would be a more helpful way to ask that. So he's getting his priorities together so he can give into otherwise what truly makes him happy, which has to do with something about his priorities, getting them correct, and just being able to kind of see things from the right perspective. And for you, it has to do more with that, keeping that, like I said, that day state, intention, and that mind's eye day to day on kind of what it is that ultimately makes you happy, what that connection looks like, what that feels like, who that is, what that means. You get a Viking style going on here. I never noticed that. That's a hot look. That's one of my favorite styles ever. I'm just all about it. I've really never noticed until now. I wonder if that's what he looks like for you. You'll have to keep me. His name's John. That's so funny because my ex's name is John. And that's his hairstyle. That's so hilarious. I don't even know. It does not apply. Trust me. That's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I definitely feel like this is where your mind needs to be, in that day state place where you are keeping what you want kind of in your forefront, and kind of even making your choices according to that, and your kind of your future manifesting thoughts correlate with that as well, if that makes any sense. But it would definitely be an interesting one to look into, just to kind of see where you're at, how this person actually, associates with you in, or by way of what type of soulmate, and what the, lessons are behind it, or kind of what's left, some of those kind of questions that are obviously hard to do, because I like to be super thorough, and I'm very long-winded, as you can tell. So we'd be here forever. Or otherwise, if I had all the time in the world and I didn't have 4 kids and all kinds of other stuff going on in massages and other businesses, sorry for all the shaky stuff, guys, I would totally sit here all night long and do it and give everybody the answers that they need. Okay, bangers. I've got about 6 minutes left, you guys. You're so very welcome, Nikki. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here. I am so passionate about just doing this for people, and I love adulting, among other things. So thanks for adulting with me, everybody. All right, so stop it. Damn phone, no more bouncing. Bangers, if you got a question, I got you. Otherwise, if I've missed anybody, let me know now. I'm going to wrap it up here in just a couple minutes. I will be back next Friday with you guys. And I think I like this time better. I don't know. I'll kind of see how many views I've had compared to the earlier times, and see what works better for everybody. But otherwise, I really appreciate you guys. Do not forget to put giveaway in the comments, and I will get everybody into the giveaway. It's pretty much anybody who does it, because I love everybody. I love all you guys. All right, mystical lady. Yeah, that's me. That's me. All right. What can you expect in your life? No luck in love. And a musician, huh? Shoot, I might be interested. I like musicians. What do you play? I play bass, sort of. Try. All right. Just get a kind of an overall message for you. Step out your comfort zone. Well, you got your expectations a little high there, Casanova. Come on, give me a little something. Oh, nice. Good for you. Good for you. Anybody who's all about the, self-exploration and learning. One of the jobs I had back in the day, I respect it a lot, was what I was trying to say. But and one of the jobs I had back in the day, they gave me a little trophy. The guy who gave it to me was just, I wasn't necessarily a huge fan, but I was very I appreciated the gesture, and it was Knowledge Seeker Award or something like that. And I actually really like it because I appreciate people who are willing to, do that for themselves and step out of their comfort zones to do something big like being a musician, which is not easy. So meditate and contemplate. A personal issue reaches resolution. Well, that was a tongue twister. Step out of your comfort zone. I have questions on you there, dear. So no, I don't think you've had like a real deal, super solid situation. I think you kind of you put your toe into situations here and there, but never really kind of embraced the full deal there. And I think maybe because your idea of what you're looking for is a little bit, maybe you got it a little too narrow on what you're expecting. When is all this meditation? Do you meditate? I am curious now. And if not, maybe you should. And I think it's meditation because of outside influences are pretty heavily in twine and just kind of in there. And I think what you really want, you don't even know what you want yet. That's a weird answer. You're Pisces. Oh gosh. Sorry. I love my Pisces. You guys are, yes, you are hopeless romantics. But I gotta love you guys. It is a cute thing. It is a very cute thing. I'm not. You just pray. Okay, well, it's just, essentially the same idea. So, I think as a Pisces, you tend to, like I said, settle for something less than what you deserve overall. And I think if you were to just kind of sit down and be a little bit more clear with what you want, you would find I think you'd find it a little bit more easy to settle for something in love. So I don't even understand what that means. So you're gonna have to, like I said, you're gonna have to kind of explain what it is you've been looking for, because I can tell you whatever that is, you're either missing a piece of it or it's not quite right. So I don't know, but maybe, like you said, you're just a hopeless romantic. I don't think it's a curse. I think it's just a matter of narrowing it down, because you see the good in so many different people, and you see that everything can be compatible in its own way, but you don't allow yourself to be, maybe that's it. Maybe you're not specific enough, actually, is I think what it is. You need to be a little bit more specific about what it is you do want. What do you want them to look like? What do you want them to be into? What kind of hobbies and interests do you want them to kind of resonate with? Those types of questions, and get a little bit more specific. And then I think you can kind of narrow it down to something more of what you want, because I think right now you're just not sure of what you want, and that can be a bit difficult. No insult intended. All right, I hope that resonated with you guys. Let me know. And you might try meditating. I think it'll be interesting what you might find. I keep getting this vision of like a person or just the characteristics or features or something like that. So I'm a huge fan of meditation. I think it's good for self-care, but I also think it's good for clarity. What did you say? Which is good, but yeah, that does, yeah, okay, that makes total sense then. So you just kind of had like the goggles on there, and not for bad reasons, or there's no bad intentions behind it, but those karmics can certainly teach us some interesting, valuable lessons. And then as we get a little bit older, a little bit more wise, we kind of see how things might be attractive in different ways than what we might have thought before. So if you're interested in looking at that a little bit deeper, the information is in the community info section on how to book a reading. So let me know, you guys. Otherwise, much love and thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have an awesome night. And I will see you next Friday. Bye, guys.